Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Kellen here from Start Your Systems, and welcome back to Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 5, where today we're going to take a look at the Futures Academy. The Futures were obviously involved in Supercross 4, and it was kind of part of the career mode that you played through and did Futures while you upgraded through the career mode. But this year they introduced like a full-blown academy, and I kind of wanted to just kind of run through it and see really what it's all about. Try to learn, I guess, what they're trying to have us do. We have introductory lessons, advanced lessons. Looks like there's 10 total lessons, and then theory lessons, which watch a video to learn the rules of the standard event type, East-West Showdown. Like, it's just getting to watch all these, I don't know, little videos or clips or whatever. So I did a tutorial race already. You may have seen that in my career mode video. Let's just get into lesson 1, which is bike control. It tells you, the steering inputs go through at least 15 gates.
Welcome to the Future School Lesson on Control. Knowing how to manage the weight of your body and bike is crucial in various parts of a Supercross race. Shift the weight of your bike with the left stick to get through all the gates, and avoid other riders and try not to lose speed.
All right, so kind of cool. Ricky Carmichael in the game telling you, I guess, how to do stuff, which is always a little bit unique to have like a real rider, a real athlete be in the game and give you hints and tips. Obviously, Ricky's retired. He does the broadcasting thing now, but he is the greatest of all time. So cool to have him in a video game explaining the unique details of the game, I guess. But as it said, it's pretty much just trying to get steering down, go through these gates, playing as Eli Tomac here. I'm not sure if we're supposed to like actually pass a bunch of riders or what the real goal is here, but it seems like the riders are all going pretty slow, so just got to make sure we get through the gates. So I'm not going to try to break the bank here. And it's interesting that they say like these are the ideal race lines, but I wouldn't really say that that's accurate for this particular one. So we've got through 11 of the gates, got to get through 15 total. They are a lot more of the real racing line, though, than it was before, because it definitely was really, really rough, where you would be going left, right through like a rhythm section, and it just didn't look realistic at all. So kind of follows it along a little bit better. Next lesson unlocked. You can use English there. So you get some prestige, you get some credits. I think really what this is for is a lot of people complain about these games not being like ultra realistic or whatever. And a lot of those people, I feel like, forget that they have to make this game for a casual audience that has never played these games before or even seen maybe what Supercross is. And I know some people don't necessarily agree with that.
Controlling the weight of your bike and rider when taking bends is extremely important. Use both sticks in order to not lose speed and continue in the same race. Skew around the corner and lean in the same direction.
But yeah, like they have to make these games for someone that's 4 or 5 years old to pick it up, or even someone that's in their 20s or 30s that's just getting into Supercross, and maybe they're into video games, but they don't even like understand the basics of Supercross. So I get maybe not wanting to appeal to the casual players or whatever, but they kind of have to. Like that's how most video games to a degree do it. Even if you look at like NFL, NBA, 2K, whatever, like they really try hard to make sure that casual audiences that are new to the sport feel included, I guess, like feel like they can easily pick it up and understand it. So the bends was quite easy right there. We just kind of went through a couple corners and tried to beat a time. This is all really kind of similar to the training element that was involved in career mode. There's not much different to it for Supercross 4, Supercross 3, like they had the training elements. Looks like we're leaning about the whoops.
Balance the bike's weight when tackling whoops. Pull both sticks down to cross this section at top speed.
It's interesting how they described this, though, holding both sticks down, because as we've learned over the years, you don't want to have both sticks pulled all the way down. You kind of want to have them like a little bit metered, like maybe halfway down on both sticks will get you through the whoops the best. So it's kind of interesting how they're like, hold both sticks down to get through this section as fast as possible, because I feel like some people may take that as like literally just lean back with both sticks all the way, but as you can see, like then you end up really far off the back of the bike, which is not ideal. And also it should teach you about shifting up through the gears if you're in manual, because you want to be in 4th gear ideally through the whoops in this game. But I digress. I mean, they're just teaching the beginners, as mentioned. So we've got through all of the introductory lessons. No, we still have one more long jump, which is, it looks like it's going to teach us seat
bouncing. Now try to
bouncing.
jump as far as possible using the correct weight balance. Keep the sticks down before the jump. Then push them forward as soon as you are on the crest of the jump.
Yeah, so seat bouncing. I mean, it's pretty basic concept to understand if you're new to the sport. You just have to lean back on the bike to get maximum traction. Seat bouncing is sitting down as you take off on the jump, but it's pretty easy concept, it looks like, to understand in this game as well. I've had a lot of people tell me before that using both sticks in these games don't matter when seat bouncing, but obviously it does. So we're going to seat bounce off of this triple right here. Just lean back and jump forward, get over that cleanly, and looks like that's the end right there. So yeah, very simple concept. Seat bouncing, not too difficult. What I like about this too is it's kind of helping maybe like teach you guys a little bit of the ways that I play the game as well, which is, leaning back on both sticks to do those seat bounces. Leaning back with both sticks in the whoops and kind of metering them as well, not being fully leaned back. You want to be pretty even through the whoops. All right, now it looks like we're going into jump flow.
If you want to be the fastest rider, you'll need to do more than just tackle one jump. You'll need to perform several jumps in a row. The route marked on the track shows you the best jump combinations. Try to follow it.
So this is Flow Aid, which was introduced in Supercross 3, I believe. And you've always been able to turn it on or off in pretty much any one of these games since it was introduced. It looks like for this one, it's going to really want us to follow the flow aid as accurately as possible because there's a completion percentage bonus. But we'll see, where we go here. Oh, a little bit off kilter right there. Yeah, I always do this. I always end up like too far off to the side of the track because really, like, you're not supposed to jump right in the middle of the track. Like Supercross is like being on the edges of the track. So flow aid in this game should really be about, sticking to taking off and downsiding jumps and not so much about being right in the middle of the track. I think they could do a better job with kind of metering expectations from that, but we passed it anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Again, I think that flow aid sometimes it doesn't do the best line or the right line, but it shows you maybe the line that was used in real life and you're just trying to mimic that, so is what it is. All right, scrubs and whips.
Scrubs and whips are acrobatic moves that you can perform when jumping. To whip, tilt both sticks to the right or left when in the air, and release them when you're about to land. To scrub, tilt the sticks outwards in opposite directions just before the jump. A scrub is useful when you want to get back down on the ground as soon as possible.
So here we go again with the air physics, the canned whips, the canned scrubs. I know people are not too fond of them, but at least there is the option to scrub or whip now because in the past it used to be just a button that you would hit and it would scrub for you. So now at least we have the ability to throw a scrub like that or throw a whip. So we got one scrub down. Looks like we got to do a whip next, which is basically just taking off and then both sticks one direction, bring them back, and pretty simple. Could do another big one off of this guy right here. Nice little kick out right there. There are ways to make the whips look realistic in this game, I will say. It's difficult though. It's very non-intuitive. Like it doesn't do exactly what you would think it should do on the sticks. So I'll maybe make a tutorial about how I've kind of learned to throw whips, so to speak, in this game at some point, but we'll just continue on here now with advanced flow.
Even if you think you know a track, remember you can always find a better route. This time, ignore the suggested one and try your own combinations of double, triple, and quadruple jumps.
Quadruple jumps. Okay, so this is kind of unique because now they're telling you that the flow aid isn't always correct, or at least in this scenario right here, the combinations that they're showing you maybe are not the best options to select from. So kind of unique that they're going to say like, hey, just don't even listen to it, jump over it. So it's like that's what we're doing here, and we're just trying to beat a time because the flow aid is showing you double single right there, obviously on a triple. This one is step on, step off, much better than jumping in transition right there. This one, it wants you to double then single out, so we're just going to do that. So it's kind of showing you, okay, I guess this one would have been roll, double single, but you want a double right there. Again, it's pretty obvious which lines are the best lines, at least on these like futures tracks as well. But if you're new to the game, you're trying to pick it up, you're trying to understand, I don't understand, should I roll into this section? Should I just jump as far as I possibly can? How far should I jump? I like these aspects because at least it shows a new player, hey, no, like don't seat bounce a triple into out of the corner when the rest of the rhythm section sucks because of that triple in. Double in first and try something different. So that's kind of cool. All right, bend versus AI.
you've learned how to approach a bend the right way. But sometimes it's better to take a very tight corner and sacrifice speed in order to overtake an opponent. Consider whether to take wide or narrow bends depending on how the other riders will run.
Yeah, so this is the concept of, I guess, block passing or racecraft. In this game, I've always thought it sucks how much the AI just hugs low in corners and doesn't ever use the berms to their advantage, which in real life you would never have. You would always have somebody going, high in a corner and actually using the berm to get in a drive into the next rhythm section. So I feel like for this tutorial, what they're trying to get us to do is just like go inside as low as possible in a corner to make a pass like that. But I don't know. I think it's stupid. I feel like I should be using the berms more often, getting better drives through sections and stuff like that. So anyway, we beat Bubba Polly, got it done, but I still think there's some things they can improve on for sure when it comes to the AI and where they go on the racetrack. But that's also my opinion. Some of you guys may be enjoying the AI and the challenges that they bring in this new video game so far. All right, a couple more lessons we got to do. Perfect start and then whole shot.
For a perfect start at the gates, press the throttle and clutch together. When you think the gate is about to drop, let go of the clutch. It's all about timing.
I will say one thing that I wish they could incorporate in this game is the feel of like clutch slip to some degree, whether you put it on your trigger or you put it on a joystick or something like that. In real life, you don't just drop the clutch and go like it suggests in this game. You actually have to meter the clutch, sometimes pull the clutch back in if the front end's too high and other things like that. But in this game, it's seriously just drop and go, which again, I don't really mind because they're trying to appeal to the younger players perhaps. But, maybe for more advanced players, the ability to get better starts by using an advanced clutch technique would be kind of cool to add to the game, at least in my opinion. All right, on to the final challenge here of the Futures Academy. I believe it was whole shot, yeah. So achieving first position through the first bend is a huge advantage. And we'll have Ricky Carmichael tell us about it.
Being the first rider on the first bend means you'll conquer the whole shot. And often, this can make the difference between making the podium or not. Now you know how to do the perfect start. Go ahead and get a whole shot.
All right, let's get our Mike Alessi on and rip a whole shot. See which track. I guess they're having us do it on this track, Milestone 2. The Milestone Stadium in the USA. And it's pretty simple. Honestly, I feel like the starting technique in this game works better than in the past. Like, I feel like you actually do get decent jumps compared to the AI. I've gotten a couple whole shots already, just playing the game a few times. So in the past, it really just didn't work. Like, I feel like you lag down off of the gate really badly. But this time we're going to control it into the first corner and out and grab the whole shot. So we got it, and it looks like we just have to get to this purple marker now, which we have done. And that is the 10 challenges of the Futures Academy, or so I think. Let me just... Oh, yeah, so we achieved all the Futures Academy objectives, and we've unlocked the neon outfit. So I think that's the same outfit or a very similar outfit that you unlocked for doing something in the past. I forget what it was. Maybe all the training objectives or something like that. So now it's just unlocked for doing the Futures Academy. Let's see. Do we want to see any of these theory lessons? Watch the video to learn the events of the Supercross Championship, Standard Event, East-West Showdown, Triple Crown. I mean, maybe just like look at this one and see what it's about. So during the Salt Lake City Round 17 event, you got the East-West Showdown. This is a sequence of sessions that the East-West Showdown event consists of. You got East qualifying, West qualifying, East Heat, West Heat. They combine for an LCQ and then go on to the main event. So you got 9 riders that go through. Out of those heat races, all the guys that did not qualify... Well, okay, so no. What are we looking at here? We're looking at a bunch of weird helmets at this point. But yeah, so those guys go to the main event. Then the other guys go to the LCQ. Then you have, I'm guessing, a handful. Yeah, 2 guys from that go to the main event. There's obviously a lot more to make up a 22-rider gate, but they're just kind of shorthanding it. And then, yeah, all the fast riders will be eliminated. Then you got the East-West Showdown. And, yeah, awarded points for the class championship. So, yeah, again, all of this... And I know some people that are going to be core audience players of this game and might watch this video will be like, this is dumb. We already know all this stuff. But again, you have to understand, if there's somebody that is perhaps interested in Supercross and they're picking up this game for the first time and they don't get, why is the Supercross calendar the way it is or whatever? How does the championship calendar work? This is a way to teach them all of that without them having to like Google it before they even play this game. So I think something like this is always needed in a supercross or motocross game to at least explain the basics of it, you know, explain what our sport is about. What is, these series, who rides in these series, what brands are represented in these series and other things along those lines. I think this is cool of a milestone to add something like this in to make it a little bit more, I guess, of an in-depth story as well, so that you can see what is in the Futures Academy, what the details of them are. And then, obviously this is all explaining it. I feel like there's supposed to be audio in here of like Carmichael explaining it, but obviously there's not. So yeah, Futures Academy. We went through all the lessons. We talked about the theory lessons and a couple other things like that, but we also got it complete now. Doesn't really say it's complete on the homepage or anything now, but just kind of cool. I think this is nice. I think this is a cool addition. I think there's a lot more expansion to it that they could do for sure, but at least it's in the game. At least it's something they're using to use as a bit of a tutorial series instead of just a straight up, video tutorial sequence or whatever. So let me know what you guys think of this in the comment section below. Is this a nice addition? Is this something that's cool to get the casual fans involved? What would you like to see different about Futures Academy moving forward with these games? And hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick little snippet video talking about the Futures Academy in Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 5. Keep tuning in. We'll have more videos coming in the coming days of Supercross 5, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. So long for now.